Yo, what is good? Got a quick recap for today. Took one trade and one win. I was on GBP JPY, and it was honestly a pretty good trade. So I'll just start with it, bro. I don't know why my OBS keeps on just like tweaking, bro. But like, okay, I'll just so continuing on. So the on GBP JPY, the 4 hour was bullish coming into market open. We closed above this high, and we'd never showed bearish structure. Okay, still doing it. So on the 30-minute, right, we had London lows down here, which were what I wanted to see get taken, and we even had Asian lows down here as a potential low to get taken, with the 1 hour fair value gap being right there. So on the 5-minute, so we opened like right here, right? We opened like right above the London low, and that kind of like made me hope that I was like, oh my god, we're about to take a trade. But then it was like psych, and then we just kept on moving up, right? And that kind of messed with my emotions. Because I was like, yo, why can't you freaking move down? And I was like getting annoyed. I was like, what the heck is wrong with freaking why is everything so annoying? And it was like, yeah. But then we ended up coming all the way down here, and this was around the time that GBP USD started ripping. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll be able to take a trade on this. And then because of that, I got pretty eager to take a trade on here. And we didn't have any like entry points on here because we didn't have any fair value gaps. We didn't have any highs or anything because we only had a high here, and that would have been like kind of stupid to enter off of that. But then we end up forming a high, but we keep on edging it, and then we do form a high here. But on my MetaTrader, right, this was actually a low, like this was the bearish candle, so this wasn't really a high. But on the other brokers on TradingView, this was actually high. So we did break structure, but I didn't enter off of that because it wasn't a high on my MetaTrader, so I just wanted to sit out on that. And if we did break structure on this, I was willing to maybe enter off of confluence, like a confirmation, like confluence, continuation confluence, or maybe just wait until we break structure here. And if I did enter off that, we would have entered here, and that would have been kind of tragic. But anyways, we do break structure up here, and then I was looking for confluence, and we did have equilibrium. That was the word I was trying to remember. But we do have equilibrium. It gets tapped into, and then we start moving up, but we never break structure. And then we just continue on lower, completely disrespecting equilibrium and actually taking out more of the lower low. But we are actually in these 5-minute fair value gaps stacked here, so I was willing to take something off that, and we do fill it up pretty nicely, and we have a decent reaction off of that. So then, well, I'm getting paranoid that it's like stopped recording every some, but yeah. So we do end up inversing these gaps, and then I enter long off of that. I did check the charts twice, and that was a dumb idea of mine. I checked one time here because I was like, yo, is my alerts on properly? And I was like, yo, we're so close to TP, like hopefully we hit it. And I was like, hopefully the next notification will be TP hit. And then 30 minutes later, I'm like, why hasn't anything happened yet? And then I check on the charts again, and I'm in drawdown. I'm all the way down here, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm about to get stopped out. Like, bro, why is my hair so flat? Anyways, yo, I look like a mushroom right now. Where's the volume? Mashallah, brother. Bro, what the heck? Why does it look like... Okay, anyways, so we were down here, and I was like, yo, the next notification is going to be stopped out. And then guess what? We don't get stopped out. And I was like, yay. And the next thing is TP. And because like something that helped me and like kind of like cooked me at the same time was when I entered the trade, I just expected that all the money was gone, right? I expected that I lost. I was literally putting my money, yo, I already lost, the $100 is gone, you know? But then because of that, when I hit TP, I was overly excited. I was like way too happy. I was like, holy fuck, I hit TP. And then I was on my walk, like on my morning walk, and I started jumping around like a freaking madman, bro. I was like, yes, I'm freaking, like, bro, you know, I was doing a lot of crazy. I lost so much nonchalant aura, bro. Okay, wait, that was so brain wrong. But yeah, so then we end up coming here, but then like I had my alert here and it didn't get hit, and I was so annoyed. I was like, what the heck? Why didn't it get hit? Why didn't it alert? And like that's literally my greatest fear, and that's why I always check it. Like that's why I get paranoid when I check the charts. And this is literally the reason I ended up not even getting hit. And I was like, bro, screw this, bro. This is so annoying. And then I ended up waiting, and then we ended up coming up here, and I was like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm gonna take profits. And that was the emotional thing, and that caused me not to follow my plan today. So yeah, that's why I didn't. I took my second profit here, and it was a bit too close. And then I had my third profit here, and then my last profit here. So I took 0.5, 0.3, 0.5, 0.3, like the rest of it. Like so 0.5, 0.3, 0.5, and then the rest was closed here. This was like a double highs with the 4 hour. We did move up higher, but I don't have to take every take of the move. You know, I don't have to top tick and bottom tick yet. But yeah, nothing like maybe I should have targeted like the other highs, but like you never know where it's gonna go. So should I keep it running or should I not keep it running? I don't know. Honestly, I'm happy with this, but after I saw price keep on moving, I was like kind of agonizing over the potential profits. But it's like, bro, I don't have to catch every piece, every like tick of the move. You know, I have to. My job is to catch a piece of the pie, not the entire pie. No, I'm not fat. But I just need some piece of the pie. I don't need the entire pie because I'm not freaking built like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Actually, I'll start with Euro USD. So on Euro USD, the 4-hour was wait, what was it? The 4-hour was bullish, closing above this high. So was ideally looking for lows to get taken and then potential move up. We did have London lows right here, and they were actually taken out during the London session. So ideally, what I was looking for was price to come down into the 1-hour fair value gap here, as well as come into the Asian high maybe. And if we could come to 1-hour equilibrium, that would also be pretty nice as well. But we didn't do that actually, and we just consolidated for a bit there, and then we started ripping up, and we took out the London high and just kept on pushing. So yeah, didn't really find any good execution on that. But yeah, so on GBP USD, this was actually giving me potential, and I was actually thinking of entering, but I just didn't really get a proper execution point. The 4-hour was bearish, closing above this high. On the 30-minute, we had Asian lows, Asian highs up here, and then we had a 1-hour fair value gap, another 1-hour fair value gap here, just as potential retracements, and then we had London highs up here, and then we had the London low right down here. And we hadn't actually taken out the absolute low, which was something I liked about it better than Euro USD. So market opens and we come and take out the low actually, and then at this point I was looking for a market structure shift, like confirmation and change in like order flow, like a break of structure, IFVG. You know, we did get edged quite a bit. We had a like honestly, what I was ideally looking for was for price to come out, take the absolute, and then find an entry point within here rather than up here, because the London high target was pretty was honestly pretty close to the London low, so the risk reward would have been like kind of cooked. But yeah, we didn't really form any entry points. We did form a high up here with a gap here, but we already inversed, and this was prior to market session. So we did have a high here, another high here, another high here, another high here. We got edged multiple times. You know, with this candle, I thought we could potentially form a fair value gap here. But then we just ended up ripping back up and didn't really find any entry point. We didn't close above this high, and we finally closed above this high all the way up here, and it would be freaking retarded to enter off of that, because why would you enter off that, bro? Like, if you enter off here, what are you targeting? Like right here, trade from here to here, like, but no. So yeah, didn't take anything. I was considering if we could because we did have a 30-minute closure below, I was looking for a continuation. So even if we did confirm bullish 5-minute structure, I would have ideally looked for, well, I say ideally too much, but I would have looked for 1-minute continuation. And we did come back into this fair value gap, but I was honestly kind of wanting for it to come lower. This was like way later, but I wanted to come a bit lower, find an entry point within here maybe, because then I could have like a decent risk reward at least, you know. Like if we could at least have come like down here and then form a break structure and then go along, I would have probably entered off something like that, but I didn't really find a proper execution point, so I just stayed off of GBP USD. So now on a GBP JPY. So honestly, pretty good trade today. My best day ever. Like not like happiest best day, but I'm saying like the most I've made in a day, the highest percent day. And yeah, it's good. Just gotta make sure I stay humble, make sure I don't develop an ego, and yeah, don't go expecting that the next days will be winners. But honestly, I feel like I'm profitable now. Like, but I don't want to speak too soon. But I just feel like I feel like, but I went through a winning phase, and then I took 2 losses, and I stuck to the risk, like without letting my emotions take over. And then guess what? I freaking made back the losses and some more. You know what I'm saying? So that's literally what trading is about. That's literally what trading is about, bro. So I just have to make sure that I keep on like staying like this and trusting that I know how to trade and trusting that my model will show up. So yeah, that is all for today. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. Goodbye.